My name is Paula, and I am pleased to offer today's meditation as one of your prayer chaplains. We'll start with a morning prayer by John O'Donohue. I arise today in the name of silence, womb of the word, in the name of stillness, home of belonging, in the name of solitude, of the soul and the earth. I arise today, blessed by all things, wings of breath, delight of eyes, wonder of whisper, intimacy of touch, eternity of soul, urgency of thought, miracle of health, embrace of God. May I live this day compassionate of heart, clear in word, gracious in awareness, courageous in thought, and generous in love. And so it is. Amen. Now I invite you to listen to the outer noises. It's very quiet today. And now listen to the inner sounds. Your heart beating, perhaps your belly too. Just listen within. Meditation is said to have three parts: relaxation, focus, and expansion. As the body relaxes, so follows the mind and heart. Focus on breath leads us to deep, quiet expansion of all belonging into all that there is. So we'll start with relaxation. So breathing in will tense our whole body and hold it and then relax. So we'll do this 3 times. So inhale and tense, curl your toes and your legs and your belly and your shoulders and your face and hold it and relax completely on the exhale. We'll do this again. Breathing in, holding, tensing the body, releasing completely into our seat. And the last time, breathing in, tensing the whole body, and releasing down, 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 and into ourselves. Now I'd like to do a deeper relaxation. So we'll start with the left foot and tense and release. The right foot, tense and release. The left calf, tense and release. The right calf, tense and release. The front of the left knee and behind the left knee will tense and release. The right knee, front and back, tense and release, opening space for peace and quiet. Tensing the left thigh and releasing. Tensing the right thigh, tensing and releasing. Tensing the left buttock and releasing. Tensing the right buttock, tensing and releasing. Tensing the lower belly and releasing into peace. And we move to our hands, tensing our left hand and releasing. Tensing our right hand, tensing and releasing. Tensing our left forearm, tensing and releasing. Tensing our right forearm, tensing and releasing. Tensing our left upper arm, tensing, releasing. Tensing our right upper arm, tensing, releasing. Tensing both shoulders, shrug them up to your ears, and releasing. Releasing our upper chest, tensing our neck, and releasing. Scrunching up and tensing our whole face, and releasing. Tense our scalp and releasing. Releasing our mind, releasing our thoughts. Let's take 3 long, slow breaths into your belly. Now in this deep state of relaxation, watch your breath. Don't control it. Breathing in and out for a few minutes quietly. Release all desire to get it right. You have no place to go, no plans to make, only right here, right now. Precious time for you. Thoughts will come. Let them come. Let them go. Return to your breath, inhaling and exhaling. To help focus our breath, we add the mantra, I am, on the in-breath, and loved on the out-breath. I am loved. I am loved. We'll breathe with our mantra, I am loved, silently for a few minutes. Now release the words, I am loved, and take them into your heart. Into this space of expansion, allow your eyes gently to focus between the eyebrows as you wish. Rest here in silence, always returning to your breath. I'll sound the gong at the end of our silence, about 4 or 5 minutes. I align my every thought, word, and action with my highest aspirations. I release my likes and dislikes. Nothing can stand in the way of divine love. As we close our meditation, feel the love that is the essence of your being. Open your eyes gently and find love throughout your day. And so it is. Amen.
Spent my whole life searching for a shelter for my soul, an understanding of the greater plan. In these walls I've seen the light of love, pure and divine, helps me remember who I really am. In every face it's clear, we're all God's children here. And it feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home. A family that I can call my own. It feels like home. It's a place to share your burden. It's safe to shed a tear, say a prayer and raise your voice in song, where every heart is honored and every path is tuned, and no one's here to judge you right or wrong. And there's no shame, no sin in this place where love begins. And it feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home. A family that I can call my own. It feels like home.
Please join me now for a moment of centering prayer. If it's comfortable for you, close your outer eyes. With a few intentional breaths and opening to gratitude, I shift my awareness from the sense world to a place of deep peace inside. As our hearts open and connect, we feel our connection to all that is. I offer gratitude for each of you today, each one bringing a divine spark. Together, we amplify and brighten our individual and collective shine. As a part of a community in transition, I wander in between ending and beginning. I find some gifts here, some guideposts. I return to the bedrock skills, caring for self, caring for others. They ground me and they return me to purpose. I practice because I'm far from perfect. I practice patience. I practice tolerance, forgiveness. I practice gratitude, appreciation, and I seek out joy. Trusting a divine unfolding helps settle the weight, and savoring what is happening right now makes space for the good that is already on its way. Now is the perfect time to vision, to see with our spiritual eyes a most desirable future heading our way. I know on a deep level, in the just right time, the shape of what is coming will make itself known through our collective intention. Community is divine love in action. We are a vessel that shines light into this world. Today we lean into and we celebrate that. And so it is.
And it feels like home. It feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home. It feels like so now this is a time when we rise and greet each other. So I just invite you to stand as you're able and say hi to your neighbors. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Hey, get that one last hug. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm timing. How long does it take to stop a group of loving people from wanting to say good morning? A while. Well, good morning, everyone who's here in person, all of you who are joining us online from across the globe, from different time zones. It's a blessing to have you with us. We feel your presence. I'm hoping my welcome can be as warm as the air outside, but that's going to have to be up there a notch. And I hope many of you are also sending gratitude to our church leaders for having had the wisdom to take care of the air conditioning problem. It's very comfortable in here. Some people enter our doors because they love Unity's philosophy of acceptance, inclusion, individual authority, as opposed to religious doctrine or dogma. Many come from other spiritual traditions or with no spiritual study at all. No matter your history, we want you to know that you are welcome here, and we believe we have a lot to offer. We also believe you have a lot to offer, especially in these times. Unity welcomes people from all lifestyles and backgrounds. Our clearly stated intention is to see beyond the divisions of our culture that can be hard to do. Things like race, sexual orientation, sexual identity, economics, religion, politics, so many boxes we come up with to divide us. We look through that to the deepest core spiritual values we believe common to all. What you will most likely continue to hear at Unity in Lynnwood is what we have heard here for some time. No matter what is going on within you or around you, you have access to resources, to a source that is found within us, within life. Opening ourselves to aligning with this power in whatever way works best makes it possible to find comfort, direction, assurance, faith, and trust that can enable us to do things that otherwise we wouldn't even imagine doing. I've come to hear a voice around here, and I think of it as the voice of empowerment. And it sounds something like this: yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, we can. If you're able today after service, please stay and join us for our Newcomers Potluck Sunday. It's typically quite a feast. We'll be right across the hall in the Friendship Hall. This is one way we build community and we create our spiritual home and family together. Glad you're here.
All right, so we're going to do a song that Matthew used to do once in a while called I Am Light by India Arie. And so it has a lovely sing-along part, just I am light. So just invite y'all to sing along whenever that comes along. And anytime, if you know the other words. So. My family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. The mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. The skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. All light. Ooh. Divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light.
Well, hello. How'd I get up here? Oh, well, here I am. You're stuck with me. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our celebration this morning, whether you were here in person or joining us online through the magic of the internet. Y'all look good. You really look good. I can't see you out there, but I'm sure you all look really good too. I am so excited to be here with you today, celebrating that we are in this beautiful place. We have created. I lost a contact on the way here, which means looking at my notes is a real challenge. So bear with me. Anyway, we are here today in this beautiful place. We've been treated already to fabulous music. Amanda, Brad, Chris, lovely words from Linda. Thank you for welcoming us so beautifully. Kind of feels like you've already been to church, huh? We would like to extend a hearty welcome to our virtual audience this morning. If you would like to put your name and your location in the chat so our social media host, Callie, can put you up on the screen. We have a good crowd. We have Anna in Albuquerque. Hello. Ursula and Deb and Nancy, Colleen and Michael, Bernardo. Welcome. And Tom and Edmonds. It's so great to have you all here this morning joining us today. We would like to give you a special welcome. So if everyone who's in our physical sanctuary would turn to this camera where Walayn is, and welcome our folks with me. Why, hello there. Hello there. We feel your presence with us. You look fantastic today. Thank you for coming. All right, awesome. So, here at Unity in Lynnwood, we have a very simple mission statement: practical spirituality, welcoming community. It doesn't get any better than that. We're here to practice the practical this morning and to welcome you all. As Linda said, please join us in Friendship Hall after service. I hear there's a feast. I haven't seen it, but I know those people, and it is going to be fantastic. We'd like to support this mission statement with one of the 7 value statements that the board came up with. And this week, it's number 2, and it goes like this. I really seek to discover and share spiritual practices which are repeatable and reliable, and to infuse these spiritual practices into every area of our daily living. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that this morning. For our invocation, please join me. Experience this however you like. You can say it with me loud and proud. You can whisper it. You can think it. You can just let it wash right over you. Though imaged and named variously, there is a singular and eternal ground of being from which all life emanates and into which all life retreats. We choose to call this ground of being God. By extension, we come to understand that we are spiritual in nature, human in expression, and limitless in potential. We gather today to remember such truths, to celebrate our unity, and to honor all life. Never gets old for me. So, if you've been coming to Unity in Lynnwood for a while, you know that right now is a time of change and transition for us. And if you're newer, who knows? Maybe you're having a little change and transition in your own life, just a wild guess, but it could happen. In any event, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are asking yourself this question: why go to church? Of course, you're here, so hopefully you found a good answer this morning. There are so many things that you could be telling yourself right now, like, yeah, I've been going to church regularly for 15 years. I've built up enough credit, to see me through. Or I'll say it out loud in front of all of you. There might be a little voice whispering something like, we'll never find anyone like Richard and Matthew ever again. What's the point? It's true. It's absolutely true. I am not going to deny the reality of that. Or then there's the category of, I got this. I can do it myself. Something like, I've got all the books. I've been practicing unity principles for so long, and I just got this. I got this. Or maybe you have a creative one of your own, and I'd welcome to hear it, because, keeping track. I remember times when I was looking for a spiritual community, a church, if you will. Nothing fit the bill. Everywhere I went had so many rules, so many beliefs to which I had to subscribe, so many prescriptions and proscriptions. Those are the things you're not supposed to do, by the way. And all the ways I was supposed to be and not be, and if I wanted to be in the good graces of the community, who I was supposed to like and not like, I couldn't keep it all straight. And I certainly didn't want my kids to be in that rigid of an environment. So, finally we walked through these doors, and it was like a breath of spiritual fresh air, right? And I swear I heard angels singing. Oh, wait, that was Matthew. Yeah, okay. I'm sure y'all had that experience too. But here we are today, with a bright and shiny future waiting for us to create for ourselves. What an amazing opportunity we have. I am going to present today all of the reasons why you should, why you need to keep coming to church, why it's so important, why you need to do it for yourself, for your community, and for the world. And it starts with the word spiritual. So, spiritual, I'm going to break it down into an acronym. S is first and foremost for safety. So many places I encountered on my church search. Maybe that's a reality TV show. Church search. Felt exactly not like that. I remember going to my father-in-law's funeral at a very traditional Lutheran church in Wisconsin, and thinking that I, a culturally Jewish girl from New York, if I got up to receive communion, the whole place might spontaneously combust. So I thought best to lay low, wear a helmet, like my husband likes to say. We are reminded of safety that we feel here at Unity in Lynnwood every Sunday when we unequivocally state our affirmations of acceptance of everyone who joins us, regardless of beliefs, traditions, rituals, age, gender, sexual orientation, pronouns, race, or, as you know, my personal favorite, your shoes. We like all shoes here, all shoes. It doesn't matter, flat, high, we got you covered. Anyway, in so many places in our lives, we may feel less than welcome, afraid even to be the truth of who we are. In Unity, we recognize the truth of each and every one of us as an incarnation of God on this earth, and we treat one another with that love and respect. I am here to assure you, and we have heard this, that Unity in Lynnwood will most definitely continue to be a place of welcome, regardless of how colorful, loud, and proud you want to fly your freak flag. So, yes, we are safe here, safe to be ourselves, safe to know that we will be treated kindly and respectfully. But we are also reminded that we have access to spiritual safety. Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore said, "Nearly everybody has times of darkness, but those who have received the Christ light are never without a certain assurance of guidance and safety, no matter what comes. What does this mean? As you come to embrace the truth of your Christ nature, you begin to know for sure, for certain, that since we carry the Christ within, we are always safe, always perfect, even when we feel otherwise. I've seen this happen in my own life, even when I have been my most fearful, most afraid of a worldly outcome. When I enter the silence and allow God's love to show me the truth of who I am deeply at peace. P. P is for, anybody want to guess? 12 powers. The 12 powers of unity are the driving force behind each and every one of us, enabling us to become who we dream we can be, to take charge of the things that matter, care for those around us with strength and love, and drive our ongoing spiritual evolution. They are innate. They are in each and every one of us, to a greater or lesser extent, some days more than others, but they can be developed and honed as we chart our path through this life. I ask you, in what other church are we reminded of our inherent potential? By coming to church, we have the opportunity to remind ourselves that we are born with these powers, each and every one of them, although how we develop them is up to us. And by showing up and coming together, we have the opportunity to practice each one. Faith, strength, wisdom, love, power, imagination, understanding, will, order, zeal, elimination, I won't act that one out, and life. There are many ways to develop and use these powers, but a very practical way is to take a problem or challenge into meditation and ask yourself, what power should I draw upon in this particular situation? For example, suppose you are trying to make some dietary changes or get more steps in. You might call upon and meditate on the power of strength, which is the ability to endure, to stay the course, to be persistent and stable, and remind yourself that you can use strength also to be the best person in Christ you can be. I is for inclusivity. Gotta say it again. In a word, but more importantly in action. Here at Unity in Lynnwood, as we say every week, we welcome everyone without regard to height, weight, eye color, or even sex on your driver's license. We don't care how you identify, what combination of L's or G's or B's or T's or Q's you might want to use to describe yourself. We welcome you. We especially welcome any young people who are off having a good time right now, who find that traditional identities just aren't working for them. We embrace that here. We give them a safe place. Inclusivity has several important characteristics. Number one, it respects and values the unique characteristics, experiences, and perspectives that all individuals bring. Number two, inclusivity ensures that everyone has equal access to opportunities, resources, benefits, regardless of their background or identity. 3, representation matters in inclusivity. It involves ensuring that diverse voices are heard, considered, and included in the decision-making process. Also, inclusivity make sure that physical spaces, information, communication are accessible to everyone, including those with disabilities or other special needs. We do our best to accommodate that. Number 5, inclusive environments foster a sense of belonging and community where everyone feels respected, valued, and empowered to contribute. It also actively addresses and challenges discriminatory behaviors attitudes and structures that exclude or marginalize individuals or groups. And finally, inclusivity promotes education and understanding and awareness of different identities, cultures, experiences to build empathy and reduce prejudice. We work on this here all the time so we can take this out into the world and show others how it's done. You guys got this. R. R is for ritual. Because in any tradition, coming to church to celebrate with song, with traditions, with music, with call and response lessons, holiday stories that delight and entertain, and traditions that ground us in the truth of the meaning of why we show up to church. This is not about rote memorization or brain-numbing repetition. It's about coming together to join in something that collectively touches our hearts and reminds us of our unity, which is important to do every single week. We love it when that Christmas tree goes up on the stage every year and our sanctuary becomes a beautiful holiday wonderland. We are comforted when we hear the words to a familiar song like "Feels Like Home" or "I'm in the Right Place." Even hearing our mission statement week after week and reading our invocation provide that sense of comfort and stability and reflection. It's important to have repeatable behaviors that support our beliefs, and we try to do that with every service, every celebration, every holiday, and every Sunday. I, the first one anyway, is for inspiration. Truly, if you want to stay on the spiritual path, which sometimes can seem like a positively Sisyphean task, anyone? He was that guy who rolled the boulder up the hill every day, only to have it roll back down the hill every night, and then he had to do it again. Sometimes your spiritual journey might feel a little bit like that. Anyone? Well, maybe it's just me. Anyway, it's important that we find ways to stay motivated and inspired. And where else can you expect to go to be challenged in your thinking and asked to stretch beyond what you thought was even possible? When I was or am in the depths of my seeking, I occasionally have an aha moment, like, oh, wow, an insight, something magical. But with whom can I share it? Going to work, hey, I had this flash of light. Look at me like I'm crazy. And most of my friends really don't care if I suddenly was catapulted out of my ignorance and by a flash of blinding light. And certainly these kinds of conversations are tough to start, never mind continue. Here at UAL, you can most likely engage someone before service, after service, hopefully not during service. But you can also meet with a prayer chaplain, volunteer to do some good, meet other folks that way, to chat with them, take a class, browse our book and gift shop for inspiration, or generally just be encouraged to explore the pure potential that is you. T is for the truth that we seek. Truth and unity means many things, and it's the basis for everything that drives us to want more, to yearn to become and manifest the true nature of our being as spiritual. Even when we walk around in these fleshy sacks, decorating ourselves with any manner of finery, none other than Charles Fillmore, again, said, truth understood becomes the great harmonizer and healer. And what is this truth, you might ask? Well, there are several aspects. First, the idea of the unity of all religions. emphasizing that the core truths found in various spiritual traditions point to one universal truth. Or another way to say it is, truth knows no religion. Second, we recognize the power of thoughts in shaping our reality. Our thoughts and beliefs can create our experiences, or at the very least, shape our responses to them. By aligning our thinking with spiritual truth, we can transform our lives. Third, truth recognizes the divine potential within each individual. Every single one of us is inherently divine. Inherently divine. And through spiritual practices such as prayer and meditation and affirmations, we can awaken each day to our true spiritual nature. Next, we are deeply, deeply aware of the innate wholeness as the truth of who we are. No physical limitation, no disease, no illness can take away our wholeness, because it is always there. Myrtle Fillmore taught that aligning oneself with spiritual truth can bring about physical, mental, and emotional healing, as well as greater wholeness and well-being. U is for understanding. As Brené Brown says, owning our story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing we'll ever do. Here at UIL, we want to see you, we want to understand you, we want to accept you and want to embrace you for the you that you want yourself to be. It becomes the basis for how we know each other. Understanding, by the way, is also its very own power in unity, and we characterize this as the ability to know, to perceive, to comprehend, and spiritually see. Being open to understanding allows us to open our eyes to the truth. I remember one weekend when my young teenage daughter had taken off. I hadn't seen her for a day or two, and I called a prayer chaplain, and she suggested that I just keep repeating the prayer of protection, for those of you who are familiar with it, over and over again. I said, okay, I think this is a little hokey, but I'll give it a go. Truly, by the 30th time or so, I don't know that I was actually counting, I was indeed overtaken by a sense of calm, that everything was going to be okay. She was going to be okay. We were going to be okay. And of course, in the dark of night, I had no empirical proof of this, but my soul, my heart knew that it was true. This is what coming to church and practicing can give us. A is for affirming the truth of who we are as being one with God. What is it about doing this together every Sunday, about taking an hour to sit with such lovely souls and bask in this reality? How much does this help us to get through the sometimes drudgery of our workaday week? I mean, surely you could lie around on Sunday with your Labradoodle and realize that she is actually God, but, dog and all. Yeah, okay. But then you miss out on that ineffable feeling that happens when you walk through these doors and sit with your neighbors who may have the same feelings about their Himalayan cat or Chetty cockatiel. You never know. But you're here, and you can share that. And certainly, the act of practicing affirmations while we are here helps to maintain and grow our understanding of who we are. When faced with that nasty internal chatter that can really get me down on a bad day, anyone? That little voice in your head? Yeah. I am so happy to be able to turn that noise into a positive statement. For example, when I start talking smack to my bum shoulder or my lousy knees, I can stop that, and reaffirm that I am whole. I am complete, just the way I am. And my shoulder and my knees appreciate that too, and sometimes they respond by giving me a good day, That also helps me from falling down, pun intended, the rabbit hole of self-pity. Anyone? Which is so easy, at least for me to do. As Charles said, thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. Keep that in your back pocket. Finally, L. Anyone want to guess? Love. To have a life with meaning means whatever else that we love boldly. And this is a place to practice safely. And this love does not just mean hanging out with a group of people that you already know in Friendship Hall. That's okay. But it's acknowledging, and this can be tricky sometimes, that just because someone is not necessarily your cup of tea, or maybe you don't want to be marooned with them on a desert island, you can, in fact, practice loving them for the truth of who they are. So if they're too loud, off-key singing bothers you, or they clap on beats 1 and 3, oh no! Or even if they might support a candidate you find difficult, you can learn how to let that go and see the shining light that is the truth of their being. That's what we practice here in Unity, and that is what we need to spread out into the world. But, I don't like buts, but I'm using one. These characteristics won't keep growing unless you help them along. Coming to church gives you the opportunity to practice these skills and continue your spiritual evolution. The bottom line is that we need you. We need each other, and we need to continue to build the kind of loving community that helps make us grow to new heights and sights. In the immortal words of Donna Summer, we will survive. So let's take a few minutes and just enter in the silence. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Just feel your feet on the floor. Feel how your chair supports you. Let's just feel into that sense of our spirituality. Take a breath. Let the full delight of the word spiritual breathe. Let it breathe into your body. On your next breath, feel the safety that surrounds you here. Next, be aware of those powers within you that you have available at all times. When you breathe in again, know the truth of the inclusivity that we give and receive every moment we're here. Know deeply the significance of the rituals that we allow ourselves to experience. As you breathe again, let the inspiration to evolve and change and be your best Christ self settle into your body. Allow the full truth of your being to shine through everything you do, everything you say, everything you experience. Let yourself know the understanding that comes with practice and dedication. Remind yourself of the positive affirmations you can create and repeat every day. And finally, let the rush of pure love wash over you, surrounding you in peace and the joy of pure knowing. And so it is.
Thank you, Elizabeth. So many good questions, so much good food for thought. Thank you. We have lots to take with us when we go today. This is a time in our morning service where we pause. We call this ritual offertory. Let's take an internal pause as we come to this point and see ourselves in our mind's eye as part of the great circle of life, that big circle of giving and receiving that is continuous flow. We see ourselves blessed and blessing others. I can remember a joy of an unexpected gift and also the pleasure of bringing joy to someone else when I've shared with an open heart. In this pause, we invite you to share your financial resources as you are able to the support of this robust spiritual community. We encourage you to think of your gift as an energy that emanates from your heart and your life and blesses the world with that love. Electronic giving options will appear on your screen. For those choosing to give a physical gift, the ushers are coming now with the baskets. They will pass them. And if you are on site and you would prefer to give by credit card, there's an electronic giving station in the back of the room close to the welcome and in the information station, and I will attempt to help you with that if you would like or need that. Fingers crossed. Thanks, yeah. If you would like information about Unity in Lynnwood's programs of regular giving, planned giving, or legacy giving, please take a Giver Circle brochure from the Welcome and Information Station or write the Board of Trustees directly. For those already participating, we extend a special thanks. If you'll join me now in the affirmation that's on your screen, I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us, let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen.
Thank you, Amanda, and thank you, ushers. And thank you for all gifts given here today. I'm looking in the crowd and I'm wondering, is there anyone that's here with us today for the very first time who have not been at Unity in Lynnwood in the past? We'd like to offer just a quick special welcome with a round of applause. I don't see any hands waving, so I will move on with the thought that they might be shy. That does happen. So I will just mention, if you're newer and you haven't picked up a welcome and information packet, those are available back at the welcome and information station, and also a complimentary copy to new people who have not yet received it. They're found in the Soul Things book and gift shop right inside the front door. And speaking of that, I want to mention, a couple of weeks ago, we had Michael Bogar here, and he used a metaphor of a butterfly. Knowing that we are a community in transition, the butterfly is quite a symbol for that. And Marian, and I believe this thought had come to her on her own before he heard that, and it was oh my goodness, this is a serendipitous moment. Marian has created a few gifts that are now available in the book and gift shop. Butterflies of a couple of different varieties, so I wanted to point those out to you if you happen to be kind of a butterfly lover like I am. I have a few invitations before we move on this morning. We do want to hear from you during this time of transition. So if you have a compliment, a comment, an important idea, please write. We listen at unityinlynnwood.org. We want to be here for you. And a reminder to please register for all events by visiting the calendar page at www.unityinlynnwood.org. If you're bringing up an event, you can typically just click on a link and there you go. You can register that quickly and easily. Today's flowers are dedicated to Elizabeth. Happy birthday with love from Tim. And I am going to mention that I have win that it is Callee's birthday. Callee, who helps us create these beautiful bouquets. So let's say happy birthday to Callee at the same time. Thank you, Callee, for doing that for us every week. First Sundays are Connection Sundays, that any small group or volunteer leaders present with us today invite your questions about their programs. That newcomers might identify you. Will leaders please stand? Thank you. And you might find one of them over in the newcomers feast that's about to happen across the hall. If you have a question, I'm sure they would be happy to share an answer. Please join us this Sunday, next Sunday on July 14th, and then again on August 4th, after service with Reverend Denise Schellink. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I will get better if I'm not. Am I doing it right, Schellink? Oh, thank you. She's offering us heart circles. These are circle gatherings of the spiritual community in an effort to listen deeply, to share authentically, and to allow our hearts to be seen and heard. It's about holding sacred space, which means being willing to walk alongside another person in whatever journey they're on without judging them, making them feel inadequate, or trying to fix them, or trying to impact or change an outcome. When we hold space for other people, we simply open our hearts. We offer unconditional support, let go of judgment and control. So if you're interested, you can sign up again on the calendar page for the first one next week, July 14th. On Wednesday, July 17th at 7 p.m., please come and experience natural healing modalities sponsored by our Health and Wellness Ministry. Have you been curious ever about acupuncture, Reiki, Qigong, and some other natural healing modalities? You'll get a chance to try out several different healing approaches in this experiential workshop. It will be facilitated by gifted members of our own Unity in Lynnwood community. And now I want to welcome the fellows in the turquoise shirts. And even, do they all have their shirts on? Okay. Hi there, Daniel.
Morning.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll turn it over to your crew.
All right. Let's give Linda a round of applause for her nice work facilitating. So I'm Daniel Kaufis. And thank you. Exactly. We're all inclusive here. So I'm Daniel Kaufis. I'm joined up here with Glenn Moritz as well as Walayn Sharples. Thank you. And what we want to talk about just for a few minutes is our hands-on housing project. We as a congregation, in our congregation, love is an action verb. We bring practical spirituality to life. You'll notice up here behind me a few photos, right? These are people in the community we have personally affected. Mary Lou Whopperer, Mary Lee Roark, Cheryl Stevenson, and Jeff and Susie Dew. Those are all recipients of our hands-on housing. On the next slide, you'll notice just a quick snapshot of really what we do with hands-on housing. We transform homes. We are, as our recipients say, this is a miracle. I can't believe you've chosen us, right? Cheryl Martins was our first homeowner, and if you notice the before and after, dramatic transformation. On the next slide, you'll see our recipient for this year, and that is Sue Battinger. Sue is just an incredibly grateful person. We were actually at her house yesterday, helping her just get some of the basics in place, and she said no fewer than probably 20 times, "Thank you, I am so grateful, appreciate everything you do." On the next slide, you'll see just a snapshot of a few of our leadership team here. And you'll notice we've obviously got John Brooks, we have Ann Thurley, Gerard Rubenkowski, as well as Don Duran, and Glenn Moritz. Glenn's one of our newer leaders of our team, and I just wanted to ask him to say a few words. Glenn?
Well, thank you, Daniel. I was asked to just say a couple of words on why I do this. I was a youngster. I was taught in the church I was raised in that it is important to reach out and help others. I have done mission work in all parts of the country where I've lived. But, you know, as I was thinking through this, I thought of some other reasons that kind of fell under C's. Community. This is a really, really fun group to work with. And of course, as Daniel just said, the homeowner is very, very appreciative also. Connection. There have been times in my life, and in the darkest times of my life, where I needed housing, where I needed food. So I know what it's like. So I don't do this just because I look down on someone. I want to give a hand up, not a handout. Conversation. It's been a real pleasure to speak with Sue. She's a genuine person, and she truly is in need. She hardly is able to really get out of her chair because of various spine and leg injuries. So it's wonderful. And you know, caring, of course, is I guess that's 4 C's. Caring is shown really throughout this project in word and action. And one of these scripture verses that I remember, again, from a long time ago, it is more blessed to give than to receive. It's true spirituality when we give to our neighbors. Thank you.
Well, I didn't bring my slide up here, so I'm going to cheat. As Daniel mentioned yesterday, some of the hands-on housing team were there to start prepping the property so it would be ready for you to bring the beauty and the magic. Now, our very first hands-on housing event, I very memorably remember Tim Folks with a chainsaw with the most gleeful look on his face I've ever seen. So I said, yes, men and their boy toys. So yesterday we had a lot of boy toys. We had a lawnmower, a weed eater, 2 pressure washers, and this woman got to use that boy toy. And we had a bush hog. So you can ask Don Duran about that. So it's ready for you now to create the real beauty and the magic. And you bring that not only by what you do, whether it's painting or staining or planting a bush or laying bark, it's with your presence. Sue is a beautiful person, and she loves to talk. I think she's a little lonely.
So she will be out there. She said yesterday she sat out in the sun the entire day because she wanted to be part of it. We kept trying to get her to go in the shade and in the house. No, I wish I could do something, but I want to be part of it. So you will get to meet her and share your love and your light with her and your presence. And that is the most beautiful part of all. Right now we have 21 people signed up. Our goal is 50. Could you raise your hands right now if you've done hands-on housing before? All right, if you haven't, look at all those hands, keep them up. This is your opportunity to talk to somebody that's been there and done it, that isn't leadership team trying to get you to come. Go and talk to them, see what they feel, see what it was like for them, because we need your help. Register online at unityinlynnwood.org on the website, of course. And also up there, you'll see we would love some donations. Every year, we have the expense of paint. We have to rent things like bush hogs and trailers and sometimes other sorts of tools. And we'd love to be able to buy some of those so we wouldn't have to rent them every year. So if you're able and would like to donate to this cause, we would love that. But most of all, register, talk to a blue shirt, talk to somebody that had their hand raised, go home and do it.
Thank you, guys. And I just want to point out, relative to hands-on housing, that you don't have to stay the whole day, right? I did the math. It's really hard math. If 10 people just came for 2 hours each, that's like another 2.5 full-time people. So don't let, oh my God, it's a whole Saturday, oh, it's gonna be hot. Just show up and do what you can. Because that, what is it, many hands make light work or something like that? Yeah, so please don't let that stand in your way of volunteering. So just a reminder that at every service, we have loving, brilliant, beautiful prayer chaplains ready to meet with you after service. And while they can't quite make your dreams come true yet, I don't think so, Dana, but they can listen, and they okay, good. They help you to see the truth, that truth that I was talking about earlier of who you are. They help you feel it in the very core of your body, the truth of that. So if you're celebrating something, if you're having a rough time with something, I encourage you, seek out a prayer chaplain. If you're online, please, you can write to prayer@unityinlynnwood.org, and you will receive a call within the next couple hours for prayer support. So our prayer chaplains who are in service today, if you would stand and just let us know you're here, who you are. Thank you. And you can meet them up front somewhere or wherever you see them after service. Thank you for your service. So let's close with the same discipline with which we began. I'm going to call it prayer, but you can give it any word that works for you. I encourage you to find a quiet spot later today and think about all the reasons why you love this place. Breathe into the gratitude of knowing that we have this community in our lives. Breathe into all of the generous souls who give so graciously of their time and resources. Feel what it means to be a part of something so beautiful in a world that feels so challenging sometimes. Let your heart sing with the blessings that we share here today and every Sunday. Now we will end, as we always do, with sung words of blessing and sung words of farewell.
A long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Have a beautiful week. See you over in Friendship Hall. Love you all. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Great job.